Welcome to Collecting Chaos. It's Freeform Friday. I know what you're thinking. Wolverine. We get to watch him to work on the Wolverine model. No, that's not going to happen. But we'll get started anyway. So if I'm not working on the Wolverine model, what am I working on? Well, first of all, I want you to all, if you're into buying cards or even comic books, go get yourself a 6-inch ruler. This is a 12-inch. What you want is a 6-inch ruler, but you want to have the millimeters on it. And I'm going to show you why. See, now this is an old football card, and we'll zoom in a little bit. And this goes with some of what I was talking about on yesterday's video. Which, if you didn't watch it, maybe you should go back. And you know, I was talking about centering, and the easiest way to tell centering. You can measure it. This is 4 millimeters on that side, and it is... Actually, wait. It's 3 millimeters on that side, and 5 or 4 millimeters on that side. So this card is slightly off center, left to right, and it is 4 millimeters on the bottom and 4 millimeters on the top. So it's vertically well centered, but you know, left to right, it's not so centered. So that's the first thing you should do. If you're going to collect cards, get yourself a little 6-inch ruler that has the millimeters on it, because that's a quick and easy way to determine if your card is centered. Next, I talked about holding things at a oblique angle. Get yourself a flashlight. Now, this one is this is a cheap Rayovac flashlight. You can buy them at any place for less than $10. I think I paid $19 for this, but there's a reason. See, this one is a blue light. This is actually ultraviolet. And what you want to do is you just shine it and like this, and you can see any defects in the card. The advantage to having a blue light, and the reason I have a blue light, is number one, if you're looking at you know, like glass or something like that, you can shine it and see if it's radioactive, which is important because some of that stuff is really collectible. But you can also see if there's any color touch on a card or a comic by using a blue or a purple light, and that's why I have that. So there you go. That's quick and easy, but that's not what we're here for today. I'm just throwing that in. What we're here for today is a Barbie style. This is not a Barbie doll, but it is a Barbie style doll, and you see the hair is kind of messed up, and it still has some of that rubber band in it, but all of that's going to come out. We're going to get all of that out real easy, and I'm going to show you how to take care of the hair and make it look decent again. And it's super simple, super easy, but it's also a little dangerous. Not too dangerous, you know, but you could get hurt doing it. First thing I'm going to do is get out my little silicone pad. Now you're going, huh? What? I'll be right back. Now, this is hot water. I microwaved this water for 4 minutes. It's pretty close to boiling temperature. I also have a towel, and there's a reason for both. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the doll hair and we're going to dip it in the water. All the way in. You want it all the way in there. And then you pull it out. You dip it in again. And you can do that several times. Then we're going to take this towel, because that's really hot. And we're going to use the towel to bring out the water a little bit. And I do this several times. I'm going to do it again. Again, really hot water. And my hand is protected by the towel, but I can feel the heat through the towel, believe me. And I have burned my hands. I have scalded my hands several times doing this with dolls, where I had boiling water. And this isn't boiling. Yeah, it's very hot. And then what we're going to do next, I have to go get something else. Okay, I couldn't find the brush I normally use, but I do have this old dog brush, and that'll work just fine. It needs to have tines. I have the other brush somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'm going to move this off the side, hopefully not burning myself. And then what you want to do is you want to start combing it from the bottom. You just comb it from the bottom until you can get it to where it goes through. Then you turn it over and you do the bottom side. And you can do this with Barbies. You can do it with just about any doll that has rooted hairs, including the My Little Ponies. This is how I take care of the My Little Pony hair when I get the My Little Ponies. And see how that rubber band is coming right out? There's other things you can use. There's products on the market you can use to make this go a little faster, a little easier. Then you got to let it dry. But and that's what we're going to do next. We're going to let this dry, and then every time I get ready to comb it out, about every 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to comb it out. And I'll come back and show you. Real simple, real easy to do. Let me zoom out some so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Easy to do. This is really thin, so all right, I'm going to set this off to the side, let it dry for a while, then we'll come back and take a look at it in about an hour, and I'll maybe comb it out again, and then we'll try some more. Oops, her skirt came off. That's no good. I'll be back. All right, I'm back, and I'm going to do a different one. I'm going to do this one. The hair was braided on this, and it's pretty matted up. And as you can see, it kind of sticks straight up in the air. And that's not exactly something we want. I'd like to have it lay down. So I put this back in the microwave for 2 more minutes. It boiled. So this water is super hot. I mean, it's definitely hot enough to do this. So what we're going to do, we're going to dip it. I'm going to take it out. And I'm going to dip it again. And this is actually a Barbie. Or it's made by Mattel, and it has all the hallmarks of looking to be a Barbie. So got the hair nice and wet. Gonna wring it out. Yeah, that's definitely hotter than what I had it before. It is scalding my hands slightly. Stick it in again. Yeah, this is... And as you can see, it just kind of gets crazy. Let me move this off to the side. I will definitely burn myself if I leave it there. Get that brush again and start brushing it out a little bit. Notice I'm just doing the ends right now. Wow, that hair is still hot. Now I'll do the back side of it. Oh, that's cute. Wow, I have my virus and threat protection that I never paid for and never had on this computer has expired. I use a different type of threat protection. I don't buy. Yeah. I do have threat protection on it. It was designed by a friend of mine who does a really good job on that kind of stuff. So there we go. We'll leave that like that for now and go back and I'll comb out that other one again real quick. The one who she lost her skirt. And they can kind of counterbalance each other in that little jar I have them in. Hit this one a little bit more. And this is how I did the hair on the Linda Carter that I have. This is how I did the hair on the little ponies dolls that I have. And a lot of other stuff. So we'll revisit these in a little while. Go have a cup of coffee. Okay, time to do a little more combing. We'll back this off, camera off a little bit. And we'll start with this one. As you can see, it's starting to dry out some. And as it dries out, the hair gets to be where we want it, doing what we want it to do. Which is pretty much lay flat against the doll's head. It's still damp. There's no question about it, but I'm sure you can already see that it is a whole lot nicer than what it was. Like I said, it's still damp. And I'll probably have to do this one more time until I get it exactly the way I want it. But it's coming along fine. I have ordered doll clothes for all of the 31 dolls that I got in that one lot. I'll put her skirt back on. So when I finally decide to offer them for sale or send them to a young family member of mine, they will be ready to go. Hair is still very wet on this one, which is kind of surprising since this is the first one I did. And I did it at a lower water temperature than the other one. And remember, this one is the one that had the rubber bands in it. The old dried out nasty rubber bands. Well, those are completely gone now. All right, we'll show them to you again in a little while. I'm going to let them dry. I might let them dry overnight and then finish the video first thing in the morning and upload it. So, yeah. I'll give it another hour, see what happens. All right, it's about a little over an hour later. Yeah, about an hour and 10 minutes later. And This one is pretty well dry. I mean, it's a tiny bit damp, but overall it looks pretty good. One final comb out. And that's about the way I expected it to look. I mean, I think it overall it came out pretty nice. And like I said, I have clothes on order for all of these. I'm going to be doing all the hair on all those dolls that I bought, the 31 dolls that I bought. And then I'll decide if I'm going to offer them up for sale or what I'm going to do. The outfits or the clothes that I ordered, they did include shoes in the whole 9 yards. So let's take a look at this one. And I expect this one's about dry too. So we'll finish the comb out on this one, and that hair turned out really fluffy. Probably more than what it needed. This hair might have been cut at one time. So actually want to bring it down if I can. Make it look a little more natural. And this will be in the thumbnail. The before and the after will be in the thumbnail, so you'll be able to see what it looks like. But there you go. That's how you take messed up hair and make it look halfway decent on these dolls. It's a real simple process. Anyone can do it. Just be careful you don't scald yourself. And make sure before you handle your comics, your toys, your cards, your dolls, whatever they happen to be, you wash your hands. Keep your hands clean. It's good for your collectibles, and most of all, it's good for your health. I'll see you a little bit later today. At some point today, I'm going to do a pop-up sale. I don't know exactly when yet. I haven't scheduled it. So yeah, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you later. Bye.